Kombat 2021. When I saw this trailer post, I was like, whoa, okay, a little bit curious as to why they're making this movie in the first place, again, as a game to movie adaptation. I was kind of baffled by like, well, I don't know if it's going to be good. I've seen those type of adaptations tried in the past and they didn't really work well. And then I immediately went to the like to dislike ratio, and it had 50,000 likes and barely 0.01% dislikes. I found that kind of baffling. Like, it can't be that good. And then I watched the trailer, and oh my gosh, the trailer is amazing. They honor and respect the badassery of almost every single character. The CGI is legit. It really is. It doesn't seem too outlandish. The fight scenes are fluid. There's a few scenes that I feel like they needed a still shot to have it where like, ooh, epic moment here. But other than that, I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy buying this movie. I want to put this movie on my shelf. I'll probably want to watch this movie every 6 months for the rest of my life. So I want to go through the trailer with you. So let's go ahead and watch it. Please go and watch the entire thing in its full context. The link will be down below. Da, 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 da. Oh, look at that! First it's Sub-Zero! It has to be Sub-Zero! Yeah! Sub-Zero was my favorite in Soul Calibur, not Mortal Kombat's Soul Calibur. I don't remember who the main... I think it was Soul Calibur 5. I think that was the Soul Calibur one where they brought in Star Wars, both Yoda and Darth Vader. I'm trying to remember who one of my favorite Soul Calibur characters are. You know, Valentina does place a special spot in my heart. But the one with the big sword, like that just, it made me feel like I'm a paladin every time that I play it, regardless of how good I was, which is, I was terrible at the game. With Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero is my favorite. I don't like Scorpion, more of as a preference. He's a badass character. I prefer Sub-Zero. I would rather have Sub-Zero plastered all over the wall. If I was to get a tattoo of a Mortal Kombat character, it would be of Sub-Zero, which is just so awesome. You know, but Scorpion does have his wonderful catchphrase of, "Get over here!" It's phenomenal. It's epic. But come on, Sub-Zero is my favorite. Like, you know, I'm going to say like Team Jacob and Team whatever the other guy was. Team Vampire versus, wait, what were the two names of the Twilight series? I don't care. I know there's Team Jacob and then whoever the other one was. But I'm going to say Team Sub-Zero. So if there is a combat here with Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, you know what? I'm dying on this hill. I'm going to fight for Sub-Zero. I want Sub-Zero to win. It's going to be amazing.
Years ago, on a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive.
It's so fluid. Look at everything. It doesn't look like CGI. I'm certain this is all practical effects. That's the beauty of using practical effects, because I feel like I'm immersed. There's not this disassociation. Hey, so far, within the first 10 seconds, they've already grasped my attention, and I want to know more.
Capture a wanted fugitive.
Look at that! Oh, we're gonna see that again! Oh, Sub-Zero! Oh, yeah! Oh, this part right there. Oh, brutal, man. Because that sets the tone for the entire film. This is not a kid adaptation. This is the legit Mortal Kombat. This is legit. This is no kiddie film. This ain't no child remake. This is the legit. Oh, it's gonna be so great.
It has superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole. It's a birthmark.
It gives me this not nostalgia, but it gives me this feeling of like the Transformers 1 film. It gives me this feeling of Batman Begins. It gives me this, it is a modern, up-to-date type of cinematography. I'm okay with that. I personally am. I do enjoy those types of films.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
throughout history, different
Woo!
cultures all over.
Look at that! Look at that! Again, we a character. Again, I only know Sub-Zero, so I apologize for not knowing her name. But we have a shot of the back of her head, and she's walking away in the quote unquote frozen tundra, and she's out in the middle of the wilderness. This makes me want to know more. Like, who is this character? What I don't know the Mortal Kombat storyline. I'm certain that there is one, but all I really know is that two people get into a ring and they kill each other, and in very brutal fashion. I think that is the entire plot of the entire game, of all series of every single game known to man. Yep, that's pretty much it. No, there's no plot behind. People with Sub-Zero, he just popped into existence. There's no reason why no rhyme or reason for any of his motivations or why he fights to begin with.
History, different cultures all over the world.
Look at that. That looks legit. It is gruesome, I'd say, with the blood coming out of his mouth. It's kind of... I'd say that's a little bit excessive, but if you were to have excess in a film, this is the movie to have. There's a lot of things that there's a few things I would dramatically change through the entire film to make it my own personal preference of what I would love to see. But as a Mortal Kombat film, this is the right way. Look at this, even the blood dripping from his hands. Wow, this is really good. Little cracks, and it's on an actual piece of ice, it seems.
Reference a great tournament.
Oh!
Champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known.
Oh my gosh! That was a practical effect. Let's see. It looked like a practical effect, or that's just where we are with CGI nowadays. Ooh! That rope. Not the twisting around. It felt like that looked CGI, but when it was going towards him, that looked real. I don't know this is going to be good.
As Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, nasty.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
This character. I don't get this character. I want to go back to the woman right here. This felt more like a shot, like, ooh, look, I'm like an attractive actress playing a scene rather than this next scene of her wrestling him to the ground. I think that should have been the first scene of introducing her character, and then when he was pinned, then you have her standing over him in a pinned position that gives her... I would say, lost my phone. I would say that would give her a more credit for being a competent fighter rather than being like, ooh, look at who I am and then what I can do. I'd rather see what you can do and then who you are. That's just that's just what I would say. But then him shooting lasers out of his eyes, I might have missed a whole heck of a lot of characters, because usually when I play like Super Smash Brothers, I know that you can play all the characters. I know the characters are all available, but if I can't play Kirby, I don't play. Kirby is my main character. It's not that I'm great at it. I just prefer the playstyle. I prefer the game. I prefer to use that character. It's almost the same thing with World of Warcraft when playing a druid. Over the years, one of my main I've been able to level all of them to max levels for almost every single expansion. I haven't purchased Shadowlands. I like where the idea is going. I'm just not going to be funding Blizzard anymore, personal reasons, and for other reasons as well. But Druid is my favorite playstyle. I like the ability to have an adaptive move. I like the availability of getting out of not stuns, but movement impairing effects. I love being able to move around the battlefield. I like being able to shoot lasers and then get into a cat form, go stealth. There's so many things that you can do. I like that type of playstyle. But, Sub-Zero, I don't know if that's really the Sub-Zero I just love. Like Kirby, I love the adaptation, but Sub-Zero, I don't know why. It's probably because of why I went towards Sub-Zero being one of my favorite characters. Is he kind of felt like the character Shazam. Originally he was Captain Marvel in the comic books. He was Captain Marvel in the animated DC Justice League. I think it was Justice League Unlimited, and he was called Captain Marvel. Now he's called Shazam. And Shazam, for anybody who doesn't know, each stand for like Hercules, I think, is one. Solomon is another one. Each person, like the strength of Solomon. Well, I was told this by somebody who knows it a lot of it. My father. Yeah, he was a comic book nerd. Loved it. That Shazam and Solomon and Hercules. I don't know if I repeated myself. Each of them, when Captain Marvel would teleport himself, when going to use Shazam and quote unquote use the power, he would teleport to that place, to the wizard's cave, or teleport to him, and then he could have a conversation with these people on how to be stronger, how to, like, the wisdom. I think it was the wisdom of Solomon, not the strength of Solomon. I don't know. But he would have access to that. And I loved the aspect of his character. I never saw him more than Superman. Superman is the person I usually that I attach to more than Shazam or Captain Marvel. I love Shazam. I love the mysticism of the lightning. I love his magical origin. I love it so much better. It's amazing to me. I would prefer Shazam because of that mysticism, and I think Sub-Zero allowed me to indulge in that level of mysticism of magical powers. So probably shape-shifting and with a druid also fed into that. And Kirby is just a cute, cuddly cloud, or whatever he actually is. I think he's like bubblegum people chewed up and spit out. He's a weird little pink sphere of bundly goodness.
No.
It's so silly! The laser beam, I don't get it. It looks silly. That's the one character I would change in this entire movie, but I'd have to watch the movie to get an actual feel to understand whether or not he fits in the movie. But he looks so silly. Replace his character, I'd be so on board with that.
I'm Liu Kang.
Thanks, Jax.
Woo! Look at those arms! The guy from the very beginning who lost his arms now has Meko arms. This is gonna be legit. Look at that! Oh my gosh.
Kung Lao.
I know that he's I've seen him a few times in. If this is the character I'm thinking about in the original Mortal Kombat, I don't know if he's from the original. I think he might be from the original. I've seen him before. He looks vaguely familiar with the getup. That getup within Mortal Kombat looks familiar. I can't point it to it.
Kung Lao.
Oh, Raiden! Raiden! Oh my gosh! Is it Raiden? Oh, Raiden? Raiden? I'm going to say Raiden, so I apologize for anybody if I'm going to be mispronouncing the name, but, ooh, the lightning part. See, now I'm kind of curious now I said everything that I said. Why did I love Sub-Zero more than Raiden or Raiden? You know what? I think because Sub-Zero, again, I'm just sort of like remembering my childhood. I think I cared about Sub-Zero more because there were more icy effects. I don't know. Maybe it was just the first. I would say that I am an originalist. It's like if I was to watch the live action Watchmen movie first before I read the comic book, my original thing that I watched is the Watchmen movie, so I'm going to base any and all judgments of whether or not the comic book is better or worse based off the thing that I experienced the first time. That's how I understand how I think and feel. I think that's one of the reasons why I like Sub-Zero, because I just selected him first, and then, that's, I think, a really good question. It's so weird how the mind works, right? Oh, he said it, or she said it.
Kung Lao.
Raiden. Woo! I got the name right. Okay.
The fate of Earth.
Woo! Look, he looks great. Also, he's stacked. He's built like a rock. But look at those eyes.
The fate of Earth.
Ooh, that's so good. It's gonna be such a good movie.
Our hands.
See how that looks real. It doesn't look so outlandish.
Our hands.
Look at that. Look at that. That looks legit. It looks rustic. Not rusty, but rustic. It looks like it has flaws. It doesn't feel it's so good. It feels grounded. It's gonna be good.
No matter
That looks so awesome. Like, how can you not get excited about this movie?
how many of my people you put in the ground.
Ooh, yeah, I remember that. Look at that. Oh, is this the woman I think it is? When she takes off the mask, she actually has teeth. Or is that in... No, that can't be in Soul Calibur. That has to be... Oh, this is the... Oh, I don't remember her name, but she has the mask, and if you remove the mask, she has these very large fang-like teeth that would make for a poor girlfriend. Let's just say that. That if this is who I'm thinking, having these weapons, whatever those weapons are called, Elektra in Marvel, that superhero has these weapons. I don't know. It's not katanas. That's way off. Like, not the opposite, but but not the same at the same time. You know, baffling. This is gonna be such a legit movie.
We will not fail. Kill them.
Oh, I didn't catch that the first time.
We will not fail.
Oh, that hand. It's forming. Who is this? Who is creating their... Man, I have to go back. Let's just watch that one little scene again. Creating that arm. It goes from nothing and it starts forming when they put their hand on the pillar. This is... Okay. Sub-Zero. Look at that fire effect. Look at this fire effect. We have to go back and watch it all. Look at that! These graphics look grounded. They look real. This is gonna be good. Yes! Woohoo! Oh!
I am Sub-Zero.
Yeah! Yes! Oh my goodness, this is gonna be such a good film. This is gonna...
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
Nah, I'd get rid of this character. I really would. I don't... No offense to the actor, but he feels out of place with how he acts. But I guess he's that weird, kooky guy compared to everybody else. I think that kind of demeans it. I don't know if that actually helps with anybody else. If anybody else likes it, I might understand why you like it. I don't think it goes well with the movie. So, I guess this is being the last thing. April in theaters and HBO Max. At no extra cost. So, yeah, theaters are done. I'm sorry to sort of end it off with that. If you're going to release it to the theaters and you have to pay $16 or something, or $10 to go and watch it, if you're going to, because the only theaters that are really open, able to make profit, are those that are in restaurant movies where you can order food as well. Those are the only ones that I've seen that are actually still in business if you go and order food as well. And when you, or you can watch it at home, quote unquote, the safety and luxury at being at home on using HBO Max. That if you already have HBO Max, why go to the theaters? So the amount of people that have HBO Max are not going to be spending money in movie theaters. Movie theaters are becoming it more niche. There's even an article that I read where movie theaters are starting to rent out their movie theaters to gamers. A gamer can come in with a remote control. I don't know if they actually have them in-house. I think that would be very smart to do. And you can play any game that you want on the theater screen. That's an amazing idea. Theaters have already been radically changed. The majority of them are not going to survive. The ones that do survive are going to have a niche market where they have a restaurant. It's more of an experience to go rather than to just simply watch a movie. I might go to the theaters to watch this. This is one of those movies. I might. This is kind of a really good film. I'm gonna have to go watch this. in IMAX theaters, April 16th. You know what? That's not that far away. That's not far away at all. Wow. That's almost exactly 2 months from now. This is going to be a really choice movie to watch. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can. And then there's the Cruella trailer. I'm going to go and watch that one as well. Godzilla vs. Kong. Monster movies I'm not really a fan of personally, but I want to see Cruella. That'd be kind of interesting because I want to see if that has anything to do with the original 101 Dalmatians. If it does, I have to give them credit for that. But if they don't, where are they going to take it? If you're going to try to be a bit more creative with the intellectual property, are you respecting the original characters? Are you respecting the original story? Is it an extension? Is it a prequel? Da 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 da. Anyways, thank you very much for being a part of this. Please post your comments, questions, and concerns right down below, because that would greatly help the algorithm. Please hit that like, please smash the like, share, and subscribe button, because that would also greatly help this channel out, and you get access to new content of notifications whenever I do post something. So hit that notification bell right down below next to the subscribe button. Yes, that would also help. Help. And most importantly, thank you very much for being a part of this, and I'll see you next time. Beep.